Hey, I'm back with another video just to show you guys what I've been doing in my bakery. I am no longer baking for the farm right now. They close, excuse me, they close in December, and their final order was a couple of weeks ago. So that gives me some time in my bakery to just do some test baking, some of the recipes that I've been wanting to bake for a while. And I haven't baked peanut butter cookies for a long time, like maybe 20 years, I would say. And peanut butter, anything is my favorite. I just love peanut butter. I have a peanut butter brownie, or I call it a peanut butter bar, that I came up with, a recipe that I up with that everybody loves. But I haven't made peanut butter cookies for a long time. So this recipe I am trying out from the test kitchen, actually, a video that they made of the best chewy peanut butter cookies. So I took that recipe and made it gluten free, and kind of made it my own. I took did less sugar, and maybe made one other modification. Oh yeah, I added molasses to it. So sit back and watch and enjoy, and let me know what you think. So I start off by adding 106 grams of gluten-free 1-to-1 flour, and this is Bob's Red Mill brand. There are several different brands that have their own gluten-free flour these days. Walmart, Target have their own. And then I'm adding a 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda and a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And I was not ready to bake at this time. I just had a little bit of time to combine my dry ingredients and set them aside, which is the reason why I'm using my storage container, my Tupperware container. And here it is later in the day. I'm ready to bake. The recipe calls for a 1/4 cup of crushed peanuts. So I just put them in a bag and rolled my roller over them, and that breaks them up. Next, I am melting 1/8 of a cup, or 29 grams of butter. And I just melt that in the microwave for about 5 seconds, 5 to 10 seconds. I have a melt setting on my microwave, so I'm not quite sure what that equates to on a regular microwave setting. But it's 29 grams of butter melted, however you want to melt it. And next, I am adding the brown sugar. The recipe calls for 148 grams, but I scaled that down to 100 grams because I felt like 148 was a little bit too sweet for me, because it also calls for honey. So then I add the melted butter to the mixing bowl with the brown sugar. And then I add a 1/2 cup of natural peanut butter. The ingredients are just peanuts is in that one. And then this is my own addition. I added 5 grams of molasses, and that's to thicken it up a little bit because the peanut butter was really runny, or is really runny as a natural peanut butter. And then I added 21 grams of honey, which is 1 tablespoon. And I add 1 egg. And an interesting fact that I learned about eggs, or egg farmers maybe, is they feed their chickens marigolds so that the eggs can turn out more yellow, so the yolks can turn out more yellow. I thought that was quite interesting. And then I add a half a teaspoon of vanilla to that. So I add my crushed peanuts to the flour mixture, the dry ingredients, and then add the dry ingredients and the peanuts to the wet ingredients. Mix that until everything is combined. When you're working with 1-to-1 gluten-free flour, you don't need to worry about over mixing it because there's no gluten that will form. So yeah, but it didn't take long to mix it either way. The dough was really very moist and soft. So as I was scooping it out, I thought I probably should refrigerate it. It made 9 cookies. They were fairly large, as you'll see in a little bit how large they are and how large they turn out. So I rolled them into a ball and kind of arranged them on the cookie sheet to where they won't spread into each other when they bake. Cookies are out of the oven. They baked for about 12 minutes or so. I rotated them halfway. They look and smell delicious. I will let them cool and see how they taste. All right, the cookies are out of the oven and they have cooled they've been out of the oven for probably about an hour or two. I've been playing with my little son, my 2-year-old. Well, he'll be 2 next month. Been playing around with him and my other 2 boys, and just hanging out and waiting for bedtime. I put them down, or put my little one down for bed. The other 2 are getting ready for bed now, and I have a little bit of time to finish up this video. So I wanted to try these cookies. I have not tried them yet. Here is how it looks. A couple of things I did. So I took them out of the refrigerator and they were firm. And then I flattened them out just a little bit with a spatula, but I didn't make the lines, like the usual lines. I might do that next time. But they smell delicious. Smell like peanut butter, and they're pretty thick, which I love, which helps to keep the softness. So they're still soft. I baked them at 350 degrees for about 12 minutes, and halfway in between I rotated the pan. So I've been doing that lately too, like halfway between my bakes I've been rotating the pan, regardless if it's cakes, cookies, or whatever, bars, whatever I'm making. I'm trying to rotate it because I'm finding that my oven is uneven in temperature. So I've been trying to adjust accordingly. So anyway, here are the cookies. I'm gonna break one apart. Do that test. Yummy, still soft and moist. Oh yeah. So now I will try a little piece. This is a little crumb and it's delicious. So I'm gonna try this one. Oh my gosh. I think they might be perfect. I feel like they might be a little bit too sweet still. The recipe called for probably around a cup, maybe around 192 grams of sugar, and I put in 100 grams of sugar. They taste really good though. They're very moist. They're not crumbly, which you can see when I broke it apart. And then they're actually still crisp around the edges, which I really like. I love crispiness around the edges and then moist and chewy in the middle. So this is like the perfect texture. Even though so the flour that I used was gluten-free. It was 1-for-1 gluten-free flour, and I very rarely bake with gluten-free flour, so I'm very happy with the way this turned out. I wasn't sure how it was going to turn out, but yeah, delicious. And you can't taste the molasses. Just good all around. Oh my goodness. So another reason why I'm eating these so late is because I had a late dinner, and I wanted to let a little bit of that digest before I ate these cookies, so I could just be able to enjoy them more and not eat them on a completely full stomach. But yeah, these cookies are so good. I will be saving this recipe and I will be selling them to those peanut butter lovers. Are you a peanut butter lover? Let me know. Thanks for watching, guys. Again, as always, I have other videos that are out there that you can watch, and I do have some others that I plan on posting. I plan on talking a little bit about different flours and processing wheat, and I plan on making a snowball cookie video, or some people call them Mexican wedding cookies or Italian wedding cookies, but one of those recipes I will be baking and hopefully sharing with you guys. I'm going to be baking with my son pretty soon and hopefully share that with you, and some other things going on. But until then, check out my other videos where I show you behind the scenes of my micro bakery. Bye.